What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today is a topic of when should you take your car to the dealership, and I'm gonna tell you now. So what's going on, guys? My name is Ryan. For those of you who are new to the channel, if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing and also hit that like button to help boost me up in the YouTube algorithm. I would greatly appreciate that. But let's jump right into the video. So when should you take your car to the dealership? Now, usually people who know me, they know that I never take my vehicle to the dealership. I try to do everything on my own, but there are occasional times when you have to take your vehicle to the dealership. So what is one of those times? There comes a time when the vehicle needs to go to a dealership. Like, when do you say? When you have a recall, or when there is a update on the vehicle that only the dealer has access to. Those are the times that you really need to take your car to the dealership. 1, recalls, completely free. You don't have to pay for anything, and the dealer handles all the expenses. You just drop in your vehicle and they'll take care of it for you, such as an airbag recall, which there are tons of them out there, so make sure you get your car checked. There is websites that you can go on to check if your vehicle has a recall. Just go to Google and type in recall vehicle checks, something like that, and they'll have you put in your VIN number and it'll show you all the recalls that possibly are on your vehicle. A second thing, there are updates on vehicles nowadays. A lot of the vehicles nowadays are very technologically advanced. You are basically driving a computer. So there are updates, especially in Hondas, that certain dealers have the access to update the vehicle. Those, I'm not sure if they're free or not. Usually they might be. You have to call your dealer and check it out. But don't quote me on that one. I'm not 100% sure. But I know a lot of those updates, you really need to go to the dealer to get those updated. You don't want to just trust Joe Schmo off the street, because there are times when I've seen people get their ECU wiped out clean and the car doesn't start anymore. So you kind of need to know what you're doing. Now, what's one of the moments where you don't need to take your vehicles to a dealership? You don't need to take your vehicle to a dealership to get basic maintenance like oil changes, brake jobs, stuff like that. You don't need to go to a dealership. You can, however, buy dealer parts if that's what you want, and have a very trusted mechanic or someone that you trust who can do the job correctly do it for you. As for me, I tend to do all my jobs myself, and I try to make videos for you guys to show you how to do them. Now, of course, if you're not comfortable doing mechanical things with your hands, don't attempt it at home. Don't even try it. Unless you are 100% confident in yourself, then go give it a crack. But also have someone to stand by there who knows what they're doing, just in case you mess up, because sometimes watching something on a video and actually trying it for yourself, you may run into a problem that the video does not, address, and you're gonna need someone who has the mechanical skills behind you to show you what to do in case you run into so-called problems. The only time I take my vehicle to a dealership is for recalls, and that's about it. Everything else I try to do on my own. If I don't know how to do it, I ask around, or I watch a lot of videos online to see how is it that you do something, or what way do you go about it. Now, when I first made the Chevy Avalanche engine rebuild series, I never done one before in my life. And I ended up watching a bunch of videos. I ended up doing a lot of research, reading a lot of stuff. I went to the machine shop. They gave me all the torque specs. I bought a book on how to rebuild them, and I read. And I read and I read, and I learned everything I can from that. And then I decided to give it a chance. Why did I decide to give it a chance? Because I have the mechanical skill behind me, and I'm not afraid of breaking anything. It's mine. Honestly, if you break something, that's how you learn. Did I break something when I was doing that engine rebuild? Yes, I did. Actually, when I was torquing down one of the bearing caps in the on the block for the crank, one of the bolts broke. It snapped. I over torqued it because my torque wrench wasn't registering right, and something was wrong with the torque wrench, and I ended up breaking it. But luckily, when I twisted it out, everything came out clean and nothing was stuck in there. So I had to go and buy another bolt. If it was stuck in there, I would have been screwed, and I would have freaked out a little bit, but I would have figured out how to get it out there. But luckily, it didn't happen. So I ended up going to GM, and I picked up a bolt, and everything was good there. Thing is, when you're doing this kind of work, is you have to be confident. You can't freak out, and if something breaks, fix it. That's the only way you're going to learn, and you're going to know better for the next time. You have to make mistakes in order to travel. That's what life is about. Because if you don't make a mistake in life, then you're not going to grow. So a lot of you guys, if you guys are willing to take the chance to do what you want to do on your cars, go for it. You can start with something small like a little vinyl wrap, or as simple as putting in your radio. But if you're not comfortable with touching brakes or something like that, then make sure you have a friend who knows what they're doing, watch some videos, and take the chance. And if you're not 100% confident with it, then take it to a trusted mechanic. And if you want, go buy your dealer parts. You can go online and search up what brand makes what for what dealer. And then you can purchase it online, or you can go to the dealership and also purchase your parts. When I look for parts, one thing I've noticed is the aftermarket parts and the dealer parts are pretty much very close in price for some reason, at least where I'm located, and I have no idea why. I go out to check out like aftermarket parts for brake pads and stuff, and when you go to the dealer, it's like $20 off, so I might as well get the dealer product. I mean, sometimes there are aftermarket products out there that are a little bit better than OEM, but some people just rather the OEM stuff. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode that I made for y'all. Again, I know it's short. I try to keep my videos short so you guys don't lose your attention span. But if you can you please make sure you hit that like button, and also hit the subscribe button if you have not already. Most importantly, hit that like button though, because it will help me in the YouTube algorithm. So I'll see you guys next time for the next episode. Peace.